It is entirely possible that we might be getting set up for a really, really nice Monday when it comes to both the overall market and to Tesla. You see, number one is that the Black Friday scores came in pretty nicely. And there's a lines forming around Tesla's showrooms that have the CT, the Cybertruck, showing in those showrooms. Did you expect that? And finally, oil prices might continue to fall. We'll get into all that in just a minute. This is Randy Kirk. Please hit like, hit subscribe, hit notify. I'm not 100% sure that I'm going to have a show early tomorrow morning, but I might. But if I don't, then I'll have one around 1:30 or something like that after I get home from church. And then, of course, the regular show tomorrow night, the Monday morning show, where we take a look at the huge week that we've got coming up here, which includes the results of the PCE index. And that's always going to be interesting as the market tries to digest how that looks. And hopefully it's looking great. And that'll just be more reasons for the bull to continue. All right, let's see. Also, don't forget, these things are selling like absolute hotcakes right now. The $20 price point seems to have made a difference, or maybe it's just people trying to get a deal. I don't know your motivations. All I can tell you is it's a great Christmas present, phenomenal thing to people opening that magnetic box and getting this inside that box are going to be blown away. So $20 until Monday night. Just a little over 2 days. Yeah, a little over 2 days to go at $20, no matter how many you buy. One or 100 or 1,000, it's still $20. Okay, if you want to buy 1,000, I think there will be a better price. So let me know in the comments below if you'd like to buy 1,000 and we'll work on a better price. And then, okay, that's all I think that's, oh yeah, you get one for free, of course, if you join Patreon at the $10 level. All right, let's get into the news here. We've got number one. This is from Sawyer Merritt. He says, the Tesla Model Y is on track to be the best-selling car overall in Europe for 2023. This will be the first time an EV took the top spot. It would also be the first time for a mid-size car. It would be the first time for a premium car, and also the first non-European car in the modern era to do this. So there you go. I guess maybe the Model Y is a pretty darn good car. I know my wife continues to say that she feels sorry for everybody that doesn't have one, which would include me. Oh, well. All right. So then we've got Red Pill _Y, I think is the right way to say it here, from X. He says, I heard during the Cybertruck event that tens of undercover Optimus bots will fly to the largest showrooms to hand out cyber whistles and Hot Wheels Cybertrucks, and they will be providing test rides with 100-mile-per-hour whoops, ramp jumps, and synchronized donuts. They grow up so fast, he says. I could not help bringing that to you. I don't know, do you think he's not even... This is on X, so he wasn't even poking fun at me, but oh well, there you go. So let's see, what is Optimus going to do this coming Thursday? We only have 5 days to find out. All right, so Whole Mars Blog, who I'm sure you've heard of before, very popular guy on X, says, hey, this is really cool. When a pedestrian collision is detected, the hood of the Tesla rises up a little bit to minimize the risk of injury to the pedestrian. Holy mackerel, he points out, or somebody pointed out, maybe in the comments after that, no other car company, I can't imagine. It's possible, but I don't think any other car company is thinking about how to minimize the risk of injury to pedestrians. Okay, Tesla, keep going. All right, then Nick Gibbs, IAG, I think that's correct. He says, update. My wife and I just got to the Tesla showroom in Tampa, and there is a line wrapping around. No, this isn't an Apple store, it's Tesla. Well, that's not the only place that's happening. In fact, reports are pouring in from all over, so much that there was a Bloomberg article about it this morning, because all across the country, I guess it's that the Cybertruck is now in about, I think, around 15 different showrooms around the country, and I suspect maybe that has something to do why only 10 are being handed over this Thursday. If that rumor turns out to be true, is maybe the Tesla Cybertruck will do better, will be more important, will do more for Tesla by being in showrooms all over the United States, and then maybe, who knows, beyond, rather than being in the hands of customers in the first week. So that seems to be the strategy. And okay, so now we just have to ask ourselves, how might the market see this as Apple-type lines from all over the U.S.? How's the market going to reset? Do you remember any other car that was released and they just put it in the showrooms? You couldn't even get it for a couple, 3 years, and people would be flocking into the showrooms. Also, what about the strategy of putting this in and getting into these showrooms during Black Friday and Cyber Monday and Small Business Saturday weekend, when the beginning of the holiday season, with all that foot traffic in the malls, and a lot of these showrooms are in the malls, and I'm sure they're going to continue to do this. And lots of folks who have never been exposed to anything about Tesla are going to be wondering what the heck is going on and going to check out the Cybertruck. Anyway, all of this seems like, maybe a good advertisement for Tesla. What do you think? Let me know in the comments if you've ever seen an automobile get this much attention in terms of people wanting to just walk in, stand behind a rope in order to see it, because Tesla doesn't want people to see everything about the interior yet. And so you can't even get in the car in the showrooms right now. It's got a rope. I guess apparently on Thursday or Friday, you'll be able to, the ropes will come down and people will be able to get in the car. So people have to go back to the mall again to check that part out. Anyway, Neuralink, the Elon Musk founded company developing implantable chips that can read brainwaves, has raised an additional $43 million in venture capital, according to a filing this week with the SEC. The filing published says that the company increased its previous tranche, which is being led by Peter Thiel's Founders Fund, from $200 million to $323 million in early August. 32 investors participated in this increase, according to the filing. We'll have to ask Larry if he was one of those, because I know he said he's now got some skin in the game, I think, at almost every company. Neuralink hasn't disclosed its valuation recently, but Reuters did put a $5 billion, said it was worth $5 billion after a recent tranche. So there's lots of headlines right now about plummeting home prices. I wouldn't say so much plummeting, but they are down. So go ahead and check your own. Go on Zillow or go on Redfin and see, they have a little, I think both of them offer a little chart that shows the trend. It goes a little, and I looked at all three of ours, and all of them off a tiny bit. But guess what? It's the end of November. This is normal. So if you're interested in buying a home, or your kids, your grandkids are thinking about buying a home right now, this is the time to do it, between now and February, maybe even into March. Last couple of years, you needed to get in there before March, because by March there was already 10 offers on every house in the first day. So I would say right now until February, rates are coming down a bit, prices have come down, so this is a good time. And by the way, you could give my friend Bill Rayman a call. He's the best mortgage lender I've ever seen, and he's one of the top 1% in the country, and his information is down below if you or one of your friends or relatives want to get started on the process. Believe me, he'll help you so much, you won't believe how much help he's going to give you. All right, this is from CNBC. Black Friday, e-commerce spending popped 7.5% from a year earlier, reaching a record $9.8 billion in the US, according to the Adobe Analytics report. This is a further indication that price-conscious consumers want to spend on the best deals and are hunting for those deals online in particular, because store sales were only up 1%, online was up 8%. And that all seems to bode well for holiday sales, even though most people seem to be expecting soft sales for the holiday. So maybe the holidays are going to be a little better than expected. Well, I think that news will be okay with everybody on Monday. I think it should help the market on Monday, maybe even bonds, because it's a good number, meaning the economy's okay, but not a crazy number. I forgot to put one of my stories down here, and I'll just tell you from memory. You might remember a couple of months ago, I've been reporting that Bank of America has been keeping track and been reporting on the fact that the American consumer, the American household, still have a lot of that COVID money in their bank accounts. So they're calling it extra savings. And it's still amounting to like 44 billion. And if you look at the chart and the trend that's happening, it looks like that money is going to last until summer, which is what Bank of America said months ago. It still looks like that's the case, is that extra savings in savings accounts is going to last a long time. That's not even taking into consideration the incredible wealth buildup that's taken place in the last 2 years in the average American home that owns their own home. And in addition, probably the people have already also built up wealth in terms of their equities and their other holdings. So a lot of wealth buildup, a lot of savings still remaining. All those would point to, a coming solid year. There was also a report that I was reading that I also forgot to write down. I'm so sorry. You know what? I'll hold that one for Sunday night. All right. I've been doing a bit more research on oil. Seems very likely that Larry's prediction from Friday will be right. There is more oil. Not only are we already at high levels, we're already producing a tremendous amount of oil in the United States and in Canada, but the prediction is that there's even more oil going to be coming from the US, Canada, and Brazil, even as demand might be slacking around the world, and inventories right now are quite high. Now, the weather this winter will have an impact, but so far it's pretty mild. It seems like the Saudis this week might get away with their desire to cut OPEC's numbers a little bit, but we'll find out that on Thursday, maybe, unless they put it off again. But some of the African countries, some of the oil producers in the African nations are going to be pulled kicking and screaming. That's why they had to put it off. And so what do you think? Cheating is going to occur. You also might expect some cheating to come from Russia. So lower oil prices might be coming. And at least, you might see lower oil prices, maybe dipping down back into the 60s again. And then going back up again, probably in April, May, as we get back into the driving season. So we'll see. That, of course, all of that would be very helpful in the inflation fight, as oil is the number one thing that can affect inflation at every level of the distribution system and across the board for every single product and service. Everything is affected by oil. All right, let's see. Let's remember to drop in, take a look tomorrow morning. I'm thinking I'm going to do another Q&A, I'm going to look at your questions you've been asking, or the comments that you've been making, and see if there's some grist there that could make for a good show tomorrow morning. If I can do that quickly, I will get a show out that'll come out at about 8 in the morning. Otherwise, that show might not come out until like 1 in the afternoon, 1:30, something like that. We'll see which way it goes. And then I will also have my regular show, the Monday morning show, that'll be out at roughly 4:30, 5 o'clock tomorrow night, where we talk about the financial things that are going to be happening next week, and with a particular focus on Tesla, along with any news between now and tomorrow night. Don't forget to get your Cybertruck bottle opener and refrigerator magnet, $20 a piece, regardless of how many you buy. I am starting to run. I'm a little worried I'm going to run out of inventory again. I ran out of everything as of Friday. I've got a shipment coming in, I think Monday or Tuesday, but I'm more than half of that is already sold. So I might run out again. So we might be running into a little bit of, it might take a little longer than usual to get them. There's a few of you out there that didn't put down stainless or camo. I've been sending emails to you. There's about 7 or 8. Please check your emails and see if you've gotten an email. Sometimes your emails are going to like info@, and that creates a problem, I think. So I'd love to hear from you, whether you need your camo or stainless. Anyway, okay, I think that's enough housekeeping, and that's all the news I've got. So it's been great talking to you.